Good afternoon, Cherries fans, and welcome to this latest show here on Up the Cherries in all departments. It's a watch along. How you doing, Matt?
Not bad. Looking forward to this afternoon's game.
Good. Yes, we haven't done one since the Leeds match. Hopefully, it's going to be a better result this time round, of course.
Hopefully.
Yeah, not go 3-1 up and then blow it all. So, by all means, please do leave comments in the comment section as well. What we will do is we'll get straight stuck into it because we've got 9 minutes before the game. Of course, there is going to be a little bit of a delay and a little bit of lag, so please don't put the actual score in the comment section. If we score or if Villa score, please don't put it just kind of confuses everything. So let's firstly go through today's lineup, shall we?
Yeah, go through the lineups.
Yeah, so here we go. And what I'll do is I'll make it just like that. I'll also get rid of that branding as well at the top. As you can see, nice little branding as well. So today's lineups. In goal, half expected, wasn't it? Neto. Yeah. At right back, we've got Adam Smith. Centre back, Jack Stevens. He's been solid, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Senesi, partnering him. And Lloyd Kelly retains his place after his impressive performance at left back last week against Liverpool. You'll see a trend in a minute. Lerma is in the centre. Rothwell joins him. Anthony on the left-hand side. And Atara on the right. Phil Billing up front. He's been electric, hasn't he, recently? He's been on fire.
Absolutely on fire.
And, of course, that main man, Dominic Solanke, up front. The substitutes, Mark Travers. Hamid Traore is back after his bout of sickness. Lewis Cook, Chris Metham, David Brooks. Great to see him back and fantastic that he's going to be back. And hopefully he'll get a run out in this game. You know, it would be nice, wouldn't it? We didn't see him against Liverpool, but, you know, it's just great that he's in the squad. Ryan Christie, Matej Vridner. So, yeah, after his great little run, wasn't it, at left back? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Kiefer Moore, somebody that when I did speak to Rich from the Villa channel, they were a little bit worried about actually seeing on the pitch, and Anton Semenyo as well. So that is our bench. So pretty much as we were.
We were.
And that is how we're going to line up, or believe we're going to line up. The 4-4-1-1 that I suggested to Gary on this channel a little while back. Gary, don't listen to me. I'm not a football manager for a reason. But there we go. And Villa's lineup there. So, as we expected, Martinez in goal. Obviously the best goalkeeper probably in the Premier League at the moment. Well, is he the best goalkeeper in the world?
Debatable.
Yeah, he won the award, but, you know, going from Oxford United to winning the World Cup is quite impressive. Defenders, Matty Cash, Konsa, Tyrone Mings and Moreno. Douglas Luiz in midfield, McGinn, Bundia, Leon Bailey and Jacob Ramsey, and then Ollie Watkins up front. The substitutes, as you can see there, for Villa as well. And Unai Emery has, you know, been in charge of a great turnaround at Aston Villa. I see there is a couple of comments. We will come to those in a second. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube and also Facebook and Twitter at this moment in time. So yeah, it looks as you were, and you can't change a winning side, can you, really?
No, definitely not. Not after that win last week. I expected it to be the same team. Nice to see Traore on the bench, though, because that can give us an option if things ain't working out right.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, no, it's as you were, as they say.
Yeah, most definitely. And the key players for the Cherries versus Villa, of course, we mentioned him earlier on, Philip Billing. You know, the leading marksman this season. You know, he's been outstanding, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's in a real bout of form at the moment, and he strikes me as a confidence player. So while he's got the confidence, long may his performances continue, because they've been amazing recently, I think.
And of course, Dongo Atara, or Dongo Watara, or however we say it, has been a sensation since he's joined. Of course, Mark McAdam did inform me of how it was said. A very, very good winger. Delighted to have him at the club. And, I think he's exciting, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an exciting player, and he's my favourite to score today.
I think he deserves a goal, doesn't he?
He's due a goal.
Yeah, I think he deserves a goal. Of course, Neto, the captain, has been solid in goal. So, he should... I'm sure, he's going from strength to strength. He seems to have come out even more in himself since he's got that captaincy from Lloyd Kelly. So, he's going to be... I just hope we can keep hold of him next season, regardless of what happens. But, based on, of course, that game against Liverpool, Matt, I think, we've got to be confident now, haven't we, that we can do this. You look at the run of fixtures that we've got towards the end of this season, and I think, believe it or not, all the dates have changed in those three big games. West Ham, Southampton, and of course Leeds, the two of those being at home. I think that is just such a key time in the season and will really determine it. But the more points we get from now until then, are just a big bonus. But we've got to take points off teams around us. Of course, Villa aren't a team around us, but they're beatable, aren't they?
With our proven record against them, yeah. I mean, I let's put it this way: I'm not, after the last two performances, I'm not scared going into this game. I don't think the players will be. So I don't know. I woke up this morning and I favoured us. So let's hope I'm right.
Yeah, definitely. We have got Mr. Max Cowlard with us. How you doing, Max? Good to have you back on here. Huddersfield Town Fan TV. Hope the Cherries win. All the very, very best to Huddersfield. I haven't checked actually who Huddersfield are playing today, so maybe you can inform us. I'll have a look, but all the very, very best for your game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you can get a result. And unfortunately, with Facebook, if you're on Facebook, you're going to have to let us know who you are, because unfortunately it doesn't show up names, but score predictions. You are. Oh, there we go. Some echo there.
Sam Lane, score predictions.
Sam Lane. So
I'm going 2-1 Cherries.
I'm thinking what I did predict actually, but I think I went 2-1 actually in our preview, if I'm right in thinking, didn't I? Yeah, I went 2-1, didn't I? Yeah. I think Villa will score. But, I think I'm confident actually going into this game. We've got a good track record up there. We haven't been beaten up there in the Premier League. Villa have only ever won one game against us in the Premier League, and, I think we should be, confident going into this. So, hopefully fingers crossed. Good to hear it, Max. Millwall away. Cool, that's a bloody difficult one for Huddersfield there.
Well, they're doing well as well, aren't they, Millwall?
They are doing well. Max's mum said 2-1 to the Chess. Hello, Max's mum. Good to see you. And I think hopefully she's going to be right, and hopefully you're going to be wrong, Max, because 1-1 against Aston Villa. Okay, it's a point if that is the outcome, but at the same time, the 3 points are vital for us at this stage. But I think we can get something here. I honestly do. And again, Facebook user, up the Cherries, good team out, good bench, 3 points on our way.
That's Sam.
Is that Sam Harrison?
Sam, yeah.
There we are, Mr. Harrison. you should be here. You know, the sofa is waiting for you. The sofa's waiting for you. Just come along and get involved and watch this match. So the game is just about to start. Like I say, we are a little bit delayed, so please don't mention the score. But just as soon as it gets ready, I am having a couple of beers. As you probably expected, you know, I always do. Matt, do you want your Coke?
Yeah.
Would you like a glass for your Coke as well, or would you just like the Coke out of the bottle?
I'll just drink out of the bottle. Saves
That's
more
fair
snap,
enough.
doesn't it?
Yeah, that's fair enough. There we go. That's the Coke for you.
Oh, happy days.
And here we go. Gone for the Jamaican Red Stripe today. So yes, good old beer this is.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, only the
You
4.
drink like a fish. Have you gone by the 20th minute?
Let's just have a look at this comment. You putting up the score in the top corner, Craig? Yes, it's all ready. It's all ready to rock and roll just as we get started. I know it's probably started for you, Max, but here we go. Villa are going to get us underway with Bondia. Just a little bit of a delay on here. And we're underway. Come on, you cherries. Hopefully, fingers crossed, another 3 point. That's Tyrone Mings there on the ball straight away, isn't it?
Mingsy, yeah.
Mingsy, you know. We had a lengthy discussion, didn't we, with Manny about him actually the other day. And I think, you know, he was such an honest player. It's a shame that he didn't play more, because I think if he had, you know, or if we had decided to stick with him, you know, I think we would have had a good player for the future. But I guess because of the size of the club, we've got to look at, you know, how, you know, who's going to do the job here and now, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I always rated Tyrone Mings. Still do, to be honest. Yeah, I'd like to have seen him play more games for Bournemouth. But obviously wasn't to be, was it? But
No.
hopefully he has a nightmare today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to have seen him stay at the club a bit longer. But obviously at the time, you know, you had the likes of Nathan Ake and
Yeah, he was never going to get
Cookie and
inside, was he,
Frano
really?
and players like that, and you know, and they made the decision to part ways with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it does make me wonder whether we'd sold maybe Ake a bit earlier and kept Mings, it might have been a different story. But yeah.
Max said, I'm not spoiling the score because I'm proper up to date, mate. There we go. Craig, if there are goals in the game, does the score change on the screen straight away, or do you have to change it? It's a manual process. It's a manual process, Max. But yeah, I have to actually change it. But yeah, we do. I've done it all in something called Canva. So literally, it's nice and easy. Do you know what I haven't done? And this is my mistake from last time we did one of these watch-alongs. I haven't put a 4-3. I didn't create a graphic last time for 4-3.
Yeah, but I'm hoping it's not going to get a 4-3.
No.
It's just going to be too nerve-wracking. So
Yeah. I think we've gone up to 3-2, Max. So
2-1 would do me.
yeah, definitely.
Bournemouth, 2-1 Bournemouth. Come on.
Ball's in the air. Villa do have it in our half at the moment. 3 minutes almost played, but and that will go off for a goal kick.
I mean, the first 3 minutes has mainly been Villa.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Touch on, have we?
But hopefully we can start to create something now. I think, you know, the key for me is if we do go ahead, you know, not going defensive again. And actually, to be fair, we've managed games quite well. Earlier on the season when we played Spurs, again when we played Leeds, of course in our last watch along, there was a lot of doubts over Gary O'Neill at that point because we just went too defensive, didn't we? And the two that highlighted it for me was that Nottingham Forest game where, we didn't really need to go defensive. That's why Forest scored in my eyes. And the Brighton game as well, where we went too defensive, at 0-0, just holding on for a point. Oh dear, this is not good. No. A call for a penalty from Villa.
The defence is in a bit of a mess there.
Yeah. But Jefferson Lerma,
confident.
Of course, Jefferson is going to be going off to the Far East because Colombia have 2 games against South Korea and Japan, believe it or not.
Oh, is that where he's off to?
Yeah. So, quite a unique trip for him. By all means, guys, please do leave your comments throughout the game. Just let us know who you think is playing well. Like I say, we're about almost 5 minutes in. So, yeah, it will be a little bit delayed on the stream from the US, but
McGinn just took that off.
Yeah, he did.
Billing pretty easily, didn't he?
A little bit shaky at the back. Although
look at that.
That is good.
Come back into the box and win the ball and then turn like that. Very impressive. I think he's come on really well, Rothwell, I must say.
Oh, he has.
He has come on very well. I mean, to keep someone out like Lewis Cook, he's doing pretty well. But I like the way how he plays out. But here we go on the attack.
That's a brilliant ball. That is a brilliant ball. Was that Rothwell again? That was, wasn't it?
Rothwell.
His balls are excellent. They're just so well flighted.
They're timed to position. They land exactly where he wants them and right onto the player's foot.
They're a little bit Beckham-esque, aren't they? Maybe you couldn't put Joe Rothwell in the same category as David Beckham, but it's just the way he flights it over, and I think he's an outstanding player.
He's had to bide his time. He's had some injuries, and now he's getting a good run in the side. But here come Villa, charging into our area.
A little bit too much space there. Now that is the other side of Rothwell's game. Is he isn't physical. He's not a physical player.
There we go. It's landed in the box. Kelly got to get a tackle in. Too easy.
Oh no.
Too easy. That is the thing we didn't want today, was for them to score early.
That's not good. Douglas Luiz.
I think he scored against us last time we were up there.
Hey, it's early.
He did.
It's early.
I think he did, and I don't know, did they go 1 ahead last time, or did we go 1 ahead and then they equalised? I can't remember.
I think.
All I remember seeing him score against us up here last time I was up here.
Yeah. Max has got some bad news as well for us. Typical Leeds.
Have scored. Doesn't help us. Only score.
Yeah, that's not good news with regards to Leeds. However, they are playing. I'm trying to think of who Leeds are playing again. But they are playing a team down here.
West Ham, isn't it?
Is it West Ham?
No, that's their next game, isn't it?
Or is it Leicester? It's one of the two. I shall just find out for you.
That's right. We
Wolves.
went 2-0 up.
They're playing Wolves.
That's right. 2-0 up last time, and then they got a goal and we held on to the 2-1 win.
Yeah, that's not good. Not a good start. But it's early. And let's be honest, the last time we did this, yeah, I know we got beat, but we went 1-0 down against Leeds. At 3-1, we should have held on to that game, but it's a challenge. How do we respond to this? It's always going to be difficult.
We're needing to see more of the ball, to be honest, to try and make a difference to the game, because at the minute we're just mainly chasing the ball, even if it's in their half or our half, we're chasing, aren't we?
Unai Emery's definitely improved this Villa side, though.
Yeah, completely. I was watching something on Sky Sports News this week, and they were saying how Villa is a completely different side now to when Bournemouth last played them, and it's not surprising, is it? A club don't change the manager just to keep the same trend going, do they? So, and he's a very good manager, a lot of experience. Wouldn't surprise me if he really moves this club forward, if he's backed by the board, because he's a very, very good manager. See, we just can't get out, even when we do have the ball, we then can't get out of our half. We need to start being a bit creative. Now, there's a nice ball from Kelly.
That is a very good ball from Kelly.
Got a defender, and too easy there. Easy head back to the keeper.
Now, this could be the challenge for Dongo, is that maybe teams are starting to work him out and starting to sniff him out as a danger. And they will have that marker ready to move with him once a ball like that comes flighted over. So we need to mix it up a little bit.
See, pressure straight on. Oh!
That was
that's dangerous.
Complete cock-up by Aston Villa there at the back. But
if only Anthony could have got onto something there.
God, that was...
There's the replay, look. So, straight... see, you'd be livid if you're playing at the back, receiving a pass like that from your midfielder back to your centre-back.
And straight across goal. That is one thing that has always been trained, or should be trained into people, is you don't pass across the goal. So
they're on the attack again.
Yeah, so...
Stevens got some... Oh, Kelly there. That was Kelly that got something away there.
Francesca, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And our other watchers as well. If it's on Facebook, if it's on YouTube or Twitter, please hit that subscribe.
2 new supporters coming your way. Ah, Sean and Frankie.
Excellent. Good to have you.
I know Sean and Frankie.
Excellent. Well, good to have you with us, Francesca. And... hopefully, fingers crossed, we can turn it round from this frustrating position so far.
You ain't got any hooky gear in this flat, have you?
No.
Okay, good.
No, most definitely. Oh, that's a good ball.
Useless with his head.
No, he's never very good with his head, was he? But for a tall man, you expect him to be better with his head. But yeah, that was just a. Yeah, it was always going over. Get Senesi onto that. I think, maybe that could have gone in the back of the net. We are up to 23 on YouTube. We've got loads on Facebook as well. So welcome everybody. And afternoon, Niall. Good to have you with us. Please, please, please also share the word of this watch along and this channel. Every watch, does mean loads to us. And also hit that subscribe as well, because that does mean a load for the channel as well. So we much appreciate it. And once you've subscribed, let us know so we can give you a bit of a shout out as well. I haven't got this. Well, I don't know if there is tools to actually know who subscribed at the time. A lot of people hide the channel says subscribe to. So
go on, Anthony. Go on.
Oh, here we go. Anthony, great run through.
Someone needs to be getting in that box. No, too easy.
No, he tried to.
Tyrone took that ball off him like taking candy off a baby.
Throw on. But that's better. It's better.
A throw on? Throw in? Well, I suppose you do throw on.
Yeah.
The technical term is throw in.
Throw in.
Yeah.
Yes, throw in. Matt's sorting out my English for
Throw
me.
on.
Throw on.
Throw in.
Gone backwards. Jack Stevens, who has been outstanding, really would like to see him.
Is our man. Dango, go on, son.
Dango, Dongo.
That's it.
Oh,
cross.
Excellent. That is a good ball. Just too many people.
Come on, Billy. That's a stupid challenge.
I think he's just overstretched, though, hasn't he? I think that's the problem there.
He's been booked for it, though.
Yeah.
Stupid challenge.
I think we need to see a replay if it's going to show us a replay. Let's just have a look at that.
Stupid tackle.
The ball was gone. That was a definite.
There's no way he can even say he's going for the ball there. The ball's already left the player's foot, and then he's gone in for the challenge. Well deserved yellow card, unfortunately.
Yeah, they can't argue with that, to be honest.
Too early to get a booking for a player like him. Do you know what I mean? Too early for him to start getting worked up. He needs to keep calm, doesn't he?
Yeah. And I think, he is a confidence player. You can't... He's one of those players that can't get bookings just like that.
He's been playing so well lately. Just don't want him to lose his head in this game because, like I say, I'm still sticking with 2-1 Bournemouth at the minute, but if it ends up being a draw, it's a very, very good point.
It's a point against relegation, but unfortunately the other teams are going to be playing each other. Leeds are playing Wolves today and other teams, but then again we're going to have to play teams in and around us, and those are the games where it's really going to make the difference. Oh no, Villa are on the attack here. Oh no, that's not good. Adam Smith, well done.
Well done, but if that had come off wrong, that would have been a penalty.
Yeah, that's what I thought. For a moment I held my breath because I thought if the player throws himself down on the ground, it's a penalty. 100%.
You need to keep this calm now. You need to keep it calm. Start playing some football. It's a bit erratic from us at the minute, I think. Just calm it down a bit.
It's always an interesting one. I expected Danjuma to go to Aston Villa because of Unai Emery and what he did at Villarreal.
Here we go. Dan goes through. Come on, get into the box.
Solanke had managed to get hold of that. Well,
that could have been finished.
Yeah. And then at 1-1, like I say, we've conceded early. It was a little bit like scoring early against Arsenal. At 1-0. It's not far to come back.
The longer you stay 1-0, the more dangerous it becomes, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
So, we've been in that position plenty of times where we've been 1-0 up, and you do need that. When you're in that 1-0 position, you do need that second goal, and that's what Villa are going for. Obviously, at the minute, they are looking the better of the two sides, but look at the possession stats: 71 to our 29%.
Yeah.
So they're having a lot of the ball. That McGinn is doing a lot for him today. He's a good player.
Yeah,
he is moving that ball around that midfield an awful lot. So to see that kind of possession stat doesn't surprise me, but it's in these kind of areas now where it is in the midfield, like where we've just literally won it back there through Lerma, is where we've got to be winning that ball back more.
Jadon Anthony, I don't. I think that was off, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so. I think he managed just to keep that on, but it was very close, wasn't it, through Matty Cash there. The home.
It's my stomach. I haven't eaten so far today.
You've normally had about 3 burgers by now.
Well, I know. I did think actually of getting some burgers.
Yeah, because it would be like a proper match.
It would have. Yeah, exactly. Get some burgers. Put them on the go. Got the George Foreman in there, so job done. I'll go down to the little shop in a minute. Half-time burger. We're saying that. I don't think he'll do it in time, will it?
Right, so they got this free kick now in our half, haven't they? It's crucial now we don't concede again.
Yeah, 2-0 is very, very difficult to come back from. I'd like to see that goal again, just to see where the failings were. But I think, was it Senesi? Was it Kelly?
I think the defence were all over the place a couple of times at the beginning of the game. So
yeah,
I mean, there was that just before they scored, they were all over the place, and they just managed to get a clearance on it, didn't they? And then the next time they're in our box, they go and score. The defence were just a complete mess. But Anthony picks up the ball now in the midfield. We go back to Kelly.
So Jaden Anthony, I think, has done all right, retrieving the ball. I'm a little bit suspect about his passing, though, sometimes. I don't think... Has he made a clear pass,
That's a great ball there from Stevens.
That is beautiful. A very good...
Which means was offside.
I think that's harsh.
Anthony was offside.
But do you agree with me that the passing from Anthony hasn't been brilliant so far?
No, but Gary O'Neill's not happy there with the fourth official, is he?
No.
Anthony, I mean, the main thing for Bournemouth is that he has signed his new contract, because I think he's going to be, real asset to the club. See, Dango, not only can he attack, but look at that bit of defending there.
That was
he's won
great
the ball,
defending.
Put the player straight on the deck. Players rolling around crying like he's been shot. You know what I mean? He's a great player. He's a strong, physical player. And
I'd be surprised. I think Moreno just run into him there. Why is he holding his face, though?
He's holding his face, though. It's come together with the hips. Do you know what I mean? They've gone hip to hip. And he's gone down like there's a sniper in the stadium. Unbelievable. Oh, come on, that's a foul.
That's a foul.
Come on, Meth, that's got to be a yellow, surely.
Was that Moreno who trying to get his own back? I think he's got to get his own back. Yeah.
No foul?
No, he's not going to give it, is he?
Is he a Villa fan, the ref?
Am I right in thinking... I tell you what, in the comments, because who is the referee today? Because... to be honest, I'm not really clued up on all these referees, but if I'm right in thinking, that's Pawson, isn't it? Is that Pawson? Craig Pawson?
Might well be.
And to be honest, he's never bloody given... I think he's a poor official.
We haven't really got any characters anymore with these referees like we used to have, and used to have...
Jeff Winter.
Yeah.
Mark Halsey, Mark Halsey, lovely guy, could have a laugh with the players on the pitch, but was in control at all times.
Paul Durkin, do you remember
Paul Durkin, yeah.
He was a local guy, wasn't he?
Graham Poll, 3 cards Poll.
Howard Webb.
There's
some characters. I mean, these days there's no real characters, is there? But that's a terrible. I mean, this referee, why has he missed that?
That is, yeah.
He might as well just.
I think this is Pawson. Guys, in the comments, please do put who this referee is. But that's a great ball over.
Beautiful. Again, Rothwell. Beautiful ball. Ball straight into the box.
Outstanding ball. Go on!
No, keep us all day.
Martinez.
They weren't off the foot quick enough, were they? You can see Billings flick that into the box. And rather than putting some pace and urgency in behind it, they've just kind of jogged towards the ball. That was going to be the keeper's ball all day.
Did you know he was shunted out of Arsenal?
Who?
Martinez.
Was he?
Yeah. It's quite an interesting one, that.
Yeah, Dango.
Yeah.
I thought he left Arsenal because he wanted to be a number 1 somewhere.
I'm not so sure. I think he was... Yeah, I think he was aiming at being number 1. Of course, Leeds still ahead. Chelsea-Everton is the late game today.
What time's that?
That's 5:30. Brentford 0, Leicester 0. Brentford at just the worst time have got a little wobble themselves. And Saints are drawing with Spurs. So, as it stands at this moment in time, we're second from bottom again. But it's still close. It's still close. You know, if you think about it, if we can get a positive result here, you know, we could easily be out the relegation zone even if we don't win. But let's see. It's all hopes. I'm trying to find out who this referee is.
Right, Anti's on the run now. He's defending against Cash, defending against him. He's holding Cash off. Flicked it on to Billing.
I don't think anybody knows who this referee is.
Billing to Lerma. Kelly's back to Kelly.
Let's have a look at the BBC website. They might tell us.
Rob Jones.
Rob Jones. Yeah, thank you for letting us know that, Mr. Salty Dogs. No, thank you for letting us know, Mr. Salty Dogs. Haven't seen you before, so please hit that subscribe. But yeah, definitely saved me a job. See, that shows how there's no characters in referees anymore.
There we go. Slanky again.
Here we go.
That's dodgy keeping.
That was dodgy goalkeeping.
He's
from
gone
somebody
down to pick
who
the ball
is
up.
classed as the best goalkeeper in the world at this moment in time.
And he's hit it out with his knee.
That was more like playing for Oxford United.
No disrespect to Oxford United.
No disrespect.
Been there many a time.
The Manor Ground.
Yeah, I've been to the old Manor Ground, and the Kassam Stadium, yeah. Yeah, the Manor Ground, I've been there a couple of times.
He's pretty lenient in the past. No, fair enough. Fair enough. I thought this is why we say about the characters in referees nowadays, because I thought it was Pawson to start off with, and I can't stand Craig Pawson.
Good delivery.
Oh, that's a good header back. That's excellent. No. Go on.
No. Oh, come on.
We're
still in this. Come on,
we are still in this. I think we've been the better side in the past 5 minutes, probably.
Yeah, I'd say past 5 minutes, I'd agree with you. Definitely been the better side. But now not letting them get back into the game.
Don't lose your head. See, that's the thing. It's there. You know, if he lost his head, he'd put in a reckless tackle. Could be sent off. Well, yeah, exactly.
Come on, Raphael.
I'm not going to read that out at the moment, but we're going to see how this pans out. But no, thank you for joining us, Ewan. Hopefully you're right. But I'm not going to touch the phone. You're going to see it live. The reaction. Tell you what, we haven't seen that, Matt.
I haven't seen nothing.
We haven't seen anything.
I can't really read the cut.
Hang on. Martinez. Well, he looks a bit wobbly, you know. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, good save by Neto. Excellent save.
Neto. When he comes off his line, he makes himself look so big.
See, if that went 2-0, I think, you know, it'd been...
I mean, he's been
very,
on fire
very difficult.
As well. Watkins, and he's a very, very good striker. Very good striker. I think he scored his 100th career goal recently, hasn't he?
Hello, Foster 12 Trees. Hope you're well. I know that you're suffering from COVID. Oh, Matt, hold on a second. Oh, I know you've been suffering from COVID, so hopefully you're feeling better soon. Foster 12 Trees did comment on the actual Villa preview as well, I believe. So yeah, good to see you, mate.
Foster 12 Trees.
Yes,
that's an interesting name.
It is. Ewan, I've seen it, but I'll put it up if it happens. But at the moment, we are 1-0 down, as it stands. I hope you're right, though. Jane Anthony headed out. Oh, it's the character name from a film. There we are. What film's that?
Foster 12 Trees.
I'm trying to think of what film that is now. I tell you what, don't tell us. Don't tell the chat. See if somebody will guess, because that'd be quite interesting. Is Jefferson Lerma. Of course, his last game before the international break. Hopefully he comes back.
There's quite a few players going out, isn't there?
There is, yes.
Even our Ukrainian defender's joining up with Ukraine, isn't he?
Yeah,
which is kicked a ball for us yet.
Which is what is weird. Oh,
Stevens. Stevens right in the midfield.
Stevens doing well there.
Poor pass from Lerma. Rarely say that.
I think somebody might be having us on with this 1-1.
Someone said 1-1, have they?
Yes.
1-1. Doesn't that say 42 beside it?
42 minutes.
Are they predicted it's going to be 1-1 before the 42nd minute? Or bang up, maybe it's a time traveller.
It might be. It might be. I tell you what, that'd be quite
maybe
good. But how many minutes were we behind?
Only by a minute or so.
Yeah, I think we. I'll put that up. I don't think that's happening, but what does the 42 minutes mean? Hopefully you're psychic. We have Mystic Meg in the building.
Here we go. Free kick, dangerous position.
Well, that said, we can't have Mystic Meg in the building. That's a bit wrong, really.
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't think that.
I don't think she saw it coming, though, did she?
It's bad.
Right, here we go.
Swung in. Good header out there by Lloyd Kelly. So far, I think Lloyd Kelly's done all right, actually.
I thought Lloyd Kelly was solid against Liverpool, to be honest. I mean,
when
we first saw, like we said earlier on in the week, when we first saw his name on the team sheet against Liverpool, we thought, oh my God. But to be fair to the guy, he had a good performance. And let's hope he has another good one a day, get his confidence back. Because as a left-back, I think he is a good player.
He's playing the position that he originally played in. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's ever centre-back. And
I've never rated
that was Scott Parker, wasn't it, again?
I think under Howe he may have... Oh, we know who that is, don't we?
Krolik's YouTube. Oh.
Mr. Ketchley.
Oh, hello, Kyle. Hello.
He's probably just got out of bed.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit about Man United, though. Unless you're beating Southampton. Once you beat Southampton, then... And Foster 12 Trees, 3-1 AFCB. I really hope you're right. I hope you're right, mate.
That's more like it.
I think you're going to have to tell us, because I don't think anybody can guess where Foster 12 Trees... What movie Foster 12 Trees was in, I should say. So...
Douglas Weird, a nice ball. Go on, Dango. Put that tackle in.
Around the ground.
No. Oh, that. You've got to be disappointed with that attempt, haven't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that was poor from Ramsey there, wasn't it? Good player, but that was a poor attempt at goal.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the other scores. Brentford are 1-0 up against Leicester, which is good. Leeds, unfortunately, is still 1-0 up against Wolves. Really, what we want is a draw in that game. We don't want a draw between Southampton and Spurs, though, most definitely. Because if Southampton do manage to get a win against Spurs, of course, we are bottom of the league again. But we can go to 14th in the league today. That's what's crazy. Leeds, of course, started the day in 19th. They're currently 14th in the league.
Obviously, Newcastle did us all a favour last night by beating Forest.
Yes.
Unless
there's a massive swing in favour of us, we can't go above Palace and we can't go above Wolves. Which, of course, would mean, we probably wouldn't be able to go to 12th anyway.
Nice back heel.
Because, of course, it would take Leeds.
Mr. Manny's with us.
Here we are, Mr. Manny. Mr. Carl Ketchley has been up since 10 o'clock. There we go. He shit the bed today.
He shit the bed, yeah.
And afternoon, Manny, I should say evening. And
Mr. Manny.
Yeah, ain't got the forward line to score 3. Solanke is a championship level striker. Oh, come on, Kyle.
Bear in mind, this is a guy that I'm not even going to say it because he'll start putting it on the chat.
Who is it they got up front? Doesn't he play for Burnley?
He absolutely rates Waghorse. All the press he does, the work off the ball he does. There'll be a comment in a minute. Just don't read it. Just delete it.
Whilst Weghorst, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah. Manchester United's £4 million rated striker.
There we go.
Anyway, enough of that rubbish.
Yeah. Well done on beating Barcelona, Carl. That's about it. We beat the team that you got thrashed 7-0 by.
Oh, they're not bothered by that.
Hey, here we go. Mr. Salty Dogs, we like you already. Hit that subscribe, mate. Waghorse is a poor man's crouch. And a very obscure Frankie Howard comedy from the 70s, The House in Nightmare Park, cult film, little known.
I was going to
say, you know what? I'm going to have to watch it now.
Frankie Howard, though I do know Frankie Howard. But...
I'm going to have to watch it. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Weghorst brings more to a team than Solanke. We didn't bring him to score goals. We bought him to press from the front. Yeah.
He is currently at the school of Ten Hag. Is Kyle loves him?
Does he?
Yeah, I'm sure he's reading his book about him. Yeah, because he loves quoting Ten Hag. But anyway, enough of that rubbish.
Yes. Enough of Manchester United.
We are at the home of a previous European Cup winner.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, apart from the first 5 minutes, we've not played badly, really.
Well, I'd say sort of in the last sort of 15, 17 minutes or so, we've come back in, got back into this game, really. Be interesting to see a possession stat now. See how it's. I still would say they've had probably more possession, but
I think get one before half time. Then it's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Here we go. Kelly, don't jockey him too much.
It's a poor cross. I don't think that's going anywhere.
It's fine.
Has he given a corner?
Yeah. Just got to regroup now.
See, Dongo's a good player, isn't he?
Well, that's what I mean. He can attack, he can defend. Player. This is why, really, he's due a goal, isn't he?
Solanke is a poor man's Mitrovic. Yeah. Yeah, if you say so, Carl. Harrison scored for Leeds.
Oh, right. No relation to me.
No.
Oh! Oh, that should have been a goal.
Thank God it wasn't, though.
Thank God it wasn't. Let's see if they replay this, because, I mean, look at this here. Look at that pass from the outside of the box, just towards the D. Well defended by Stevens, watch. Look, Stevens again. Oh, was that his hand?
That's a good defend.
Was that a hand?
I think there was a touch, wasn't there? But yeah, but how can you get... This is the problem with this. Is how can you get your hands out the way?
Yeah, they weren't in an unnatural position, were they?
He's going to check it. Oh, shit.
What did Mr. Manny say?
Weghorst is having a difficult time of it because he's starting. He should be a super sub. He's going to give this.
Right. Play on.
Oh. We've had something...
Oh, no. No, play on. Corner it is.
Some referees would have given that. But, fair play to the referee. You know, he's probably looked at it as, how could Jack Stevens get his hands out the way there? You know, I wish he was in charge for... Well, was he in charge for the West Ham match? See, this is the problem. There is a great big conversation about Manchester United, Manchester's second side. No, actually third side, after Manchester City and Stockport County happening at the moment on the chat. So, thanks, Carl.
Don't wind him up anymore.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
He's loving it, Carl. Good lad, bless him.
Good lad, Carl. Just coming up to the 41st minute. Be a perfect time to score now, bro. I think Villa's definitely had the better chances, but they are suspectable at the back. There is mistakes in them.
Mings has got Solanke in his pocket, hasn't he?
He has at the moment, yeah. And this is what's concerning. Is where's the outlet going to be? I think Dongo is being tracked back by Moreno. They're doing a very, very good job on him. I don't think Jaden Anthony's having much luck either. So maybe that's why his passing's not been particularly that great, mate.
Possibly. Could possibly.
So
to be fair, you might have hit the nail on the head with that one.
Quite good to be in high definition as well, isn't it? Got a new high definition camera here as well. I don't know if it works better with the light on or without the light on. Does it work better with the light on? Probably does. Let's have a look. Without Weghorst, we can't play the way we want to play. There we are. Well, that's all right. Burnley are going up. They're wanting back next season. No penalty. All good chaps. Oh, Dongo here. That's a good ball! If that had got through to Billing,
do you know what?
That's a brilliant tackle by Matty Cash.
Brave defending there, because that could have come off him and gone straight in the net. Look at that. Look.
He's a good defender, Matty Cash is.
Polish though, isn't he?
Yeah. Very, very good, strong defender.
I think to be fair, in some respects, it's a shame. It's a shame Southgate didn't bring him on board for England.
Yeah, most definitely.
But England's loss is Poland's game. Straight back in the box. Come on, Anthony, try and get... no chance, mate. Unlucky. Changes for Bournemouth in the second half.
Well, I don't know really.
I think the only thing I don't think you change much. I mean, the only thing I think I may change, and I wouldn't know who I'd change him for, but I would possibly bring Traore on, because sometimes that ball sticks to him like glue, doesn't it? And he is good at beating his man. So
Facebook user, Spurs 1-0 up. Excellent. That's
ideal.
Good. That's good. Southampton, of course, now rooted to the bottom. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can somehow turn this game around and continue our great form at Villa Park. But, take a point from this perspective. Painful one from Senesi for the Senesi. Just being kicked in the gonads, put nicely. I think that's the terminology for it, isn't it? It was a Facebook user.
That was Sean Patrick.
Sean Patrick. Hello, Sean.
Sean Pat is not actually his name. It's just actually forget that. That's his Facebook name. That's,
is it?
That's Francesca's husband.
Oh, is it? Good to have you with us, Sean. And
no, that's a Bournemouth ball. Come
that's
on.
Gone off for
He never touched Kelly, did it?
No. Good defending there by Lloyd Kelly. That's the thing. There's only 2 minutes of injury time. I think that's probably fair, to be fair. To be fair.
To be sure.
Sure to be sure.
To be fair.
To be fair. I think that's, all... Neto boots it out. Lloyd Kelly, good clearance.
If in doubt, kick it out.
Yeah. It is pissing down with rain up in Birmingham.
There's a really good pub up there, right by the ground.
There is
big pub, and they split it in half, and they put a big canopy outside, and all the away fans go under this big canopy.
Yeah.
And all the home fans go inside the pub. It's a good crack there, actually. But don't ever park near Villa Park. We made that mistake. We parked right by Villa Park.
Yes.
I think it cost us £10. It took us about 2 hours to get out of Birmingham.
Yeah. It's better to park on the outskirts, really.
Yeah.
And, to be honest, the travel round there isn't too bad. Public transport, so to speak. But...
Fox is losing as well.
Excellent. That's good.
Yeah.
So, Brentford and Spurs are doing us a favour. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually make sure we can turn this round and get a result. It's a wet day in Birmingham. It's all right down here. That cheque has been cashed. So, first half, it's not as eventful as the first half that we had in our previous watch-along against Leeds, is it really? But
no.
A bit crazy, but... anybody... They've nicked our font. Anybody... in particular, who you think has really stood out in that first half?
I've
got a couple. I
would say Rothwell for me in some respects. The way he's been playing the ball, his pinpoint passing. He's played well. But I think Solanke's struggling.
I think Mings has got Solanke at the moment.
And it does make you wonder, is this the kind of game for Kiefer Moore?
Well, this is what we said to Rich, wasn't it? Because he turn around to us and say that Villa aren't particularly that great from set pieces. They're a bit like we were earlier on the season, where we weren't particularly great from set pieces.
Just weren't particularly great at all.
No, we weren't particularly great at all. Yeah, especially at that day at Anfield. But try and phase that out now. But personally, I think that I think Kiefer Moore, if we can get some balls into the box, high balls, get his head on it, knocks it down for Phil Bill.
But this is it. You got players either side like Anthony and Dango. You got Billing in the centre. If he's to hold the ball up and create for them, they can put the ball in the net. He doesn't necessarily need to come and put the ball in the net. He can just come in and hold the ball up and win the ball in the air. I just think Solanke looks like he's struggling against Mings out there.
Yeah.
Whether I would do that change straight away, I don't know. I might leave it sort of 15 minutes, see how the second half goes, and then maybe bring him on. But I mean, you don't want to be bringing Kiefer Moore on if you're still 1-0 down in the 80th minute and expecting to make an impact, because I don't think he's going to.
No. The other question though is, with Tyrone Mings and Kiefer Moore, firstly, is Kiefer Moore bigger than Tyrone Mings? I don't think he probably is.
No, but I think he's more...
He's probably more
a
suited.
Physical presence. For me, it's more of a physical presence.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only other one, maybe Traore. Anthony hasn't had a bad game, but I don't think I'd take Dango off.
No,
I wouldn't take Billing off. So for me, I think I'd sacrifice Anthony and I think I'd bring on Traore, just because he is superb with the ball.
And believe it or not, just having a look at some of these comments as well. Max, with Villa's bogey team, there we go, half-time, typical Bournemouth. Can you and Matt see us scoring in the second half? I guess it depends what substitutions we make, really.
Hit the ground running in the second half. You've got to come out. They've got to come out now and really hit the ground running. Whether they make any changes or not, but
we'll see. Traore next half, I agree 100%.
Will.
I personally think Traore, like you say,
I'd sacrifice Anthony, I think.
Jaden Anthony,
no fault to Anthony's really, but I just think Traore would be a better option in the second half.
Villa Park ain't no car park. That's the old car parking situation.
I'm not parking anywhere near it again, I tell you that.
Need to get Smith off as soon as possible. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, see, a couple of people said that about it against Liverpool. Said that they looked like he was struggling, but I noticed there's no Fredericks on the bench today.
No,
and I think Fredericks would have. I think Fredericks is a good player.
I
got some pace about him. So if they were to take Smith off, who would they play at right back?
And there's one from Max. Max has measured Tyrone Mings and Kiefer Moore.
So he's a foot taller. So Kiefer Moore.
Kiefer Motor.
Kiefer Motor. Maybe he's going into motors after he second-hand car dealer. Kiefer Motors. So he's a foot taller.
Yeah. No.
No, sorry, an inch taller.
An inch taller.
Yeah. Sorry, a foot taller. An inch taller. So he's an inch taller. Okay.
So there we are. And Max has confirmed. Corrected himself. Sorry, Max. But yeah, I think if there's two substitutions to be made, or do we keep Solanke on because Traore will bring out more in him?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I think the first substitution I would make would be Traore straight away at half time. Give it maybe, like I say, 15-20 minutes at the tops. And then I might
would
bring on Kiefer.
Would you move Billing over to the left-hand side?
No.
Traore straight behind Solanke?
No. I don't. He's tried that before, hasn't he? He's played him out wide, and he just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right there, does he?
No.
He doesn't look comfortable in that position. His main strength is playing in behind the front man and getting into the box to score goals, like he's proven over the last few weeks.
And Max has, we were just saying that.
He has
I think,
he's copying what I'm saying. Max is copying what I'm saying.
Yeah. Would you say our biggest chance was when Solanke was in the box and shot straight at Emi Martinez? I would say so, but
that was a bit.
To be honest, it was more dodgy keeping. It was aimed directly at Martinez. It wasn't a great shot. But then again, Martinez made a bit of a meal of it, to be fair. So, personally, I think, he could have done a lot more with that, to be honest, Max. I think, he would have... Solanke will be disappointed with that. But then again, Martinez will be disappointed that he, made such a meal of that as well. Let's just have a look. And... Max said, no, I ain't. He's not copying you, supposedly. But no, that's fine, mate. That's fine. So, half time. Do let us know who you think has overperformed and underperformed in this first half. Adam Smith, then. So, if we take Adam Smith off, who do we stick on?
Well, who have you got as an option?
Well,
You've got Vina. Can he play right back? Kelly can't.
Well, let's have a little look. So that is our... Let's get rid of the branding for a second. But, Chris Metham?
I don't know who does these graphics, but they're pretty good.
They are pretty good, aren't they? I'm very impressed by them, actually.
Mepham's played at right back before, but he's not really. I like right backs and left backs to have an attacking flow about him, and I don't think really Mepham has that.
Vina.
It's a tricky one with Smith, isn't it? I mean, who do you? Unless they revert to a back three. They could revert to a back three, and add in maybe, you could keep Kiefer Moore and Solanke on together. Maybe sacrifice Smith.
Yeah.
Or for Traore to bring Traore on to play in behind Solanke and put Billing into the midfield a bit deeper. But in terms of an actual out and out right back, you haven't got one there.
No, you haven't.
You got a left back, but you haven't got a right back. And like I say, unless Vina can play right back, in which case, then that'd be obviously a natural sort of swap. I don't think he can. I think he's more of a completely left side. He's left back, left wing back, left midfield kind of player, isn't he?
Yeah. I wonder if this is maybe a game for Brooksy to come back into. Do we bring him in when we are chasing a game with, knowing that he's... And I've got no doubt in my mind that Brooksy, when he comes on for the first time since, thankfully recovering from lymphoma disease, then I can sense that he's going to be outstanding. I can tell he's going to throw everything into it. So, do you think, Matt, that this might be a game for him?
Who, Brooksy?
Yeah.
Well, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I mean, he's been out for so long.
He would be in the squad if he's not ready.
No, he wouldn't be, but I think from what Gary O'Neill said last week that he wanted to bring him on against Liverpool, but the timing wasn't right. So is the timing more right for this game or not right?
It's only a week, and maybe we need
I think
to wait
it's more the
until
situation of the game that he wants to introduce him in to gradually break him back in. You know, I think it's
There's not going to be a game though in the Premier League where we are going to be 3-0 up. Well, there might be.
Well,
but, you know,
I think he's just trying to tactically get his time right to introduce the player back in, isn't he?
You know, if Everton are as poor as they were when they come down here, you know, there could be, but at the same time, you know, we don't want to leave it that late. You know, if Brooksy is ready, it's determining when he's ready. It's a unique situation, really, that, and you know, I'm sure he will give his absolute all.
But then again, there is a player that we tend to sort of overlook sometimes, isn't there?
Go on.
Who would you say out of them lot there that gets overlooked a little bit? Made his debut at Brighton and played pretty well. Got a lot of pace and running about him.
Semenyo.
Yeah. Another player you can't really overlook.
I think, you know, once he has consistency, Semenyo is going to be a really, really good player. I think he will be a really good player.
Is this the game for him? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to stick with who I said. I would bring Traore on at half-time.
But you would keep Billing where he is.
And I'd keep Billing where he is. Yeah, I mean, you move Billing out to the left or the right, and if that is not his strong point, he doesn't look comfortable in that position. He needs to be in the centre of the park, where he can influence the game, or in behind the front man, where he can run into the box in space, and you know, like he did against Liverpool.
That said, Traore, will he bring on Traore for Billing because of that booking?
Quite possibly.
You know, that's another thing that we've got to really look at. So, yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can turn this around. We do have a couple more comments. Matt's at my house today. So, yeah, Matt's at mine.
Extremely important detail that's needed to be known now, isn't it? Where are you?
Reckon we're going to grab a late 1-1 equaliser in stoppage time. That's as positive as I could think. But, yeah, got to watch out for one more stupid challenge or he's gone. Billing. And quick question, aside from Cash, which Villa players have caught your eye?
Definitely.
Yeah,
McGinn.
Yeah, definitely.
He's played really well.
Matty Cash.
Matty Cash is a good player. I mean, Mingsy's had him Solanke in his back pocket, I think. So Mingsy's played well.
Yeah.
McGinn.
Moreno's not played badly.
Yeah, he's not played. I mean, that Ramsey's a good little player.
Yeah.
You know,
Villa aren't a bad side, and it shows.
They were never a bad side, even when Gerrard brought him down to Dean Court. It's just that I think Gerrard lost it by
He
then.
did lose the dressing room, didn't he, really?
You know, and stripping Mings of the captaincy when he did, I think was pretty poor timing.
Carl, apologies to anybody who I didn't actually see the final word. Bring on Semenyo, take off Solanke. So I think no. Personally, I think, you know, Solanke, keep him on for the moment. I think if Solanke's going off, I would bring on Kiefer Moore. Target man. If they are suspectable from set pieces, then, you know...
The players are back on the pitch. Any changes? Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so, to be honest. There's
no one there with the fourth official.
No, I think it's as you were.
I forgot it was FA Cup weekend. Probably because we were knocked out.
Yeah, we forgot about the FA Cup. You know, after that
and
Burnley
people that
game.
knocked us out, Burnley are at City tonight, aren't they?
They are, yes. Yes.
Pep meets his former captain and company.
You know, you said I'll drink like a fish.
You do.
I've drank one.
No, you haven't.
I've got 3 left.
You managed to make a whole can last you a half.
Yeah.
And when we're actually at the football, I've had about 2 sips and you're going, anyone for a drink?
Anyone for a beer? It's
Anyone
good
for
to
a
get
beer?
into the mood of it, don't you, really?
I'm teetotal this weekend.
I'm not.
Being a good boy. I'm on dog watch.
So we are underway again. Of course, Aston Villa 1, Bournemouth 0. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can turn this round. Of course, we are playing in this beautiful shirt. I thought, part of me thought you would actually wear this shirt. Although, I love that shirt, and I didn't actually get that one.
Well, like I said, you know how many shirts I've got. It's a case of it's a drama just to decide what to wear sometimes.
It's that turquoise one from years ago that I was gutted. It was like a turquoise glass or something they classed it as.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
And I believe I got the away one first, and then they completely sold out very, very quickly. Otherwise, I probably would have had all 3 shirts. Jayden Anthony unfortunately slipped there, went for the ball. Probably a little bit too far away from him there. But everybody who is watching, please hit the subscribe button. Let me get my foot out of the view as well.
See McGinn again. That just starts everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Kelly's got a battle with Ramsey now on the left. The ball's gone out of play off of Anthony. Villa throw.
Jefferson Lerma just running to the back there. Nothing really in that, to be honest. Yeah.
It wasn't suitable
really
for a
that.
card or anything,
No.
but at the same time, there's no point in running into the player when he's got his back to you. You've got no
There's no logic there, is there, really?
There's no logic to it at all, no. Silly, really silly.
We do have some more comments. We need to change second half, get Moore and Brooks on.
I reckon I might know who said that. I reckon that might be Mr. Samuel.
As I said, Gerrard's actions were disgraceful given how he was awarded the Liverpool captaincy as a player. He had to go in the end.
Manny's right.
Yeah.
The voice of reason.
The voice of reason.
Mr. Manny.
Ball's just come. But that's a good little turn there by Jayden Anthony. I'm surprised that didn't get called for a free kick, actually. I'd like to see that again, because I thought that was a free kick there. Oh, this isn't good. Well done, Neto. He's an outstanding goalkeeper.
Neto is...
Here's Dongo. Dongo's kept it in. There's not much support up there for him.
That's fine, he's kept the ball though.
He has kept the ball.
Rothwell deliver the ball well into the box, can he?
Rothwell's run past one.
Oh, tries to beat.
That's a very good ball again by Rothwell.
Anthony's ball chip into the box, didn't quite get there.
Yeah. So that's the only problem with Jayden Anthony today, is that the final pass, somebody's put that Saints have scored against Spurs. And the men in black saving the world, perhaps.
Trevor Guard, we need to change second half, get Moore and Brooks on.
Oh, good to see you, Trevor. I hope you're well, mate.
And Trevor again, fuck. Saints have scored.
Yeah, so... good to see you on here. Here we go. We're on the attack. Oh, with that ball, that was.
But well picked up by that Louise in the midfield. Douglas Louise. Straight into Bournemouth's box now. Rothwell's got to stand him up. Oh,
and
he's back in Bournemouth's box now. Rothwell has to stand him up. McGinn. Nice ball sprayed across to Cash. Kelly's telling Anthony there he needs to get closer to Cash so he can't receive the ball back, and he's received the ball back. Back across their back four again, and they start again.
I think we need to make a substitution soon.
I think so. The longer we leave it, I think is this.
So yeah. Oh. Sadly, Leeds are 2-0 up now. Manny's just put. Well, taking points off Wolves, but at the same time, we need to do the business here. We need to do the business here. The thing is Leeds at the moment are 14th, whereas, they were 19th at the start of play. We could be in that position if we can start, putting things together and, turning this game around.
Did I see those comments right? What he was saying?
I think it was Tom Jordan or something. Stupid.
Who is that anyway?
I don't know. I really don't know. But, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
How does he know about the other thing?
I'm not sure. We've got a corner though here. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Need to get a head on it.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Straight to a cluster of Villa players, and Mings heads away. Poor cross. Poor cross back in.
Oh, shit's hitting the fan now against us. Brentford 1, Leicester 1.
Not good.
No. And it's probably them playing on them accounts. Honestly, don't worry about it. To be honest, it's a bit pathetic, really.
Oh, Poole Town are winning.
Poole Town winning? Who are Poole Town playing?
They're away at Whitney.
Hartney Whitney. There we are. Atara on the right hand side. Adam Smith. Oh, that's a good ball from Adam Smith there. Jane Anthony just running it down there. That's fair enough. Honestly, don't worry. It's all sorted. Villa are just on the attack here. Oh, bloody hell.
Why is he not going out to the left? Why is he coming?
I think if
Like
we got the one route, which is Dongo, but no, that was a poor pass there, and Dongo just yeah, disappointing. Dongo, disappointing. We need to start. Well, what do we need to do at this point in time? I think we need to make a substitution. Do you think, Matt?
I think so. Yeah. Now.
Yeah, I think we need to make a substitution. I think we need to mix it up a little bit. I think Hamid Traore, definitely on that left-hand side. But then again, we're not playing down that side very often, are we?
Traore. Traore.
Yeah, I think so, mate.
See, Spiffy's made a hell of a run there.
Yeah.
They couldn't just feed the ball straight through to him, and he'd have been away, I think, there.
Yeah. Max just said make subs, but O'Neill doesn't think that way until 75 minutes. But I think we need to make subs now. I don't think we're playing badly, but I think we need to make
something just to add that bit of creativity that would lead to a goal. That's a silly tackle.
Oh, that's a Lerma. Lerma's losing his head. And he can't lose his head. This is the problem. He can't lose his head. Because that is just... Yeah.
Obviously been doing a lot of looking into Villa and that this week and things, and their club crest changes next season.
Does it?
Goes back to a more traditional circle badge rather than a shield type badge.
But then again, I've always remembered them as a, normal crest type badge. But
yeah, if you look way back in their history, they used to have a circle badge, and that's what the fans have voted to go back to. So
well, we have made our first substitution.
Yeah,
Joe Rothwell has come off for Hamid Traore. Yeah, I thought, to be perfectly honest, I thought, Rothwell was doing well. I think he's been really good. Bring Kiefer Moore on, Christian Traore. Traore is on. Want to see Brooks, I do as well. And I'm just pissed off because Villa don't need the points we do.
So that's 2 subs he's made. And he went off, did he?
The thing is, Max, is that, regardless of if they need the points or not, as a professional football team, I think they will just go to the end, won't they, Villa? And we're not going to have it easy. Do you agree? We've got 30 minutes to get back in this game. But then again, we could score 2 in that time. We are only a goal down. If we get it back to 1-1, we've got then 20 minutes or 10 minutes to get a second one. And normally, when a team has score the second one. And like you say, a 1-0 lead is a dangerous place to be. Then, I think it's going to be, it's all positive. I don't think it's a bad position to be in at the moment. We'd like to be 1-1, but if we do get back to one, that's a good ball.
Through,
See, this is what I mean. We can score now. Perfect time. Tara, hold on a second. I think that hit his hand.
Ref, come on.
That's a free kick. I wonder if he's going to check this handball now. Will he check the handball?
Oh, no.
No. Clever by Mings. Clever. Look at where his hands go. Now, who takes this, though?
Billing.
Villa is a club I want to see relegated, Max says. Max is an Aston Villa fan. Don't like Villa very much. And would you take a draw out of this game the way we played? Yeah, I think so now at this point. I think points, at the end of the day, it's edging our way to safety. It's not going to be easy. It is a Premier League. It would have been nice to get another win on the board and, get up to 27 points. But at this point in time, I think...
Billing's going to hit it. Oh, what a save! Fucking top bin.
That was an outstanding save.
Top bin.
And actually, that is why that Martinez is such a good goalkeeper. Because that was going in.
Corner Bournemouth.
Now I would get Senesi up there. Get his head on the ball. Hopefully they're rattled. I don't think...
Yes, Ham?
We've had 4 corners. We've had 4 corners there too.
What a ball.
That's a great ball.
No.
Billing's got it between his teeth at the moment though. Hopefully that'll boost him up. That'll give him the confidence. If we had Ward-Prowse, you think he would score this free kick? No, not with that save. No, I don't think Ward-Prowse would have scored that.
Who cares about Ward-Prowse anyway?
I don't think he would have scored that free kick. Because I think, the goalkeeper did very, very well. You've got to give credit to the goalkeeper when he does something like that.
Bang average midfielder. Just good at free kicks and set pieces.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the rest of the scores. Brentford 1-1 against Leicester. Southampton 1-1 against Spurs. Leeds 3, Wolves 1.
Well, that's the end of that then. Unless Wolves can get 2 goals back and it's a thrilling 3-3 draw.
Wolves are still in trouble. Wolves are getting beat by teams. We said back in our cherry picking about Wolves and how they've got probably the easiest running.
Yeah.
It's teams down the bottom that they get beat by.
How's your Coke, Matt? It's Pepsi, actually.
It's Pepsi. But we still play the game less than Southampton. West Ham, yes, they've got a game in hand on us, but still, if it stays like this, it's not the end of the world. But we've got to start winning games. If we can get a result here, if we can somehow turn this game around, wow.
They're putting their Traore on now.
It was... I think Southampton have probably read the riot act, actually. If they get beat by Spurs today...
Yeah, let's hope they get
they're
walloped.
in trouble. Come on, Harry Kane. Come on, Harry. Do us a favour.
Close him down. Close. Billings ball, well read. Stupid tackle.
Oh.
He's going to get a yellow.
Yeah, Senesi can't get away with that.
Even the referee said stupid tackle.
Who did Semenyo come on for?
I'm
trying to think.
Rothwell.
No, it's Traore for Rothwell, wasn't it?
No, he's come on for Anthony, isn't he?
Okay. Yes, that's true. I think it's probably in his mind to bring on Kiefer Moore. Villa are a decent side. Villa are a very, very decent side. But it looks like it stops raining in Birmingham. Anthony. Matt, did Carl give you that Coke? No, I went over and bought the Pepsi over the road.
It's Pepsi.
And Kane just scored. So, yes. See, I said, come on, Harry, do us a favour. He's just done us a favour. So, yeah, excellent stuff. That's it. That's what but we need to win this or do something in this game. Get a point. Get some points on the board. You know, we've got Fulham next. A side who aren't particularly in the greatest of form. You know, even though their position looks quite lofty at the moment, and you know they've done very, very well this season. But you know, I think we can, we could get something against Fulham. But oh no! Well done, Jack Stevens again. He's been an excellent defender. Honestly, I'd love to see him signed up from Southampton. Again, he can't play against Southampton, can he?
No. That's where Mepham will... Oh, that's too easy round Smithy. He's just dribbled that round Smithy so easily.
Wonder what's happened with Ryan Fredericks.
Talking of Adam Smith, he's making his 169th Premier League appearance today for Bournemouth, which is a record.
So... Speaking of Lane, Kane, there we are, Kane, and Dom. Dom is, of course, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, Mr. Ketchel is going to be quiet if Dom Sankey does something good. I think we're a little bit behind, like say, but
a good milestone anyway for Smithy.
Yes,
he's been a very loyal player. Can't be far off a testimonial. I think he come back in 2014. If that's the case, he'd be due a testimonial next season, end of next season.
Oh, that's a good.
Here we go.
Go on.
That's Traore,
Solanke.
He's beaten Luiz. Oh. That's a corner, isn't it? Joke.
Now, was there better options there than just doing that? Semenyo was in quite a good position, really.
Yeah, but I think
it would have been hard to get across.
To get that ball spot on from where he was, I think. But yeah, again, he was in a good position, and he was on the side by the looks of it as well. So, Smithy, come on, son.
Oh shit!
Cut out nicely there.
He's a good player, Jacob Ramsey.
Yeah, he is a good player, to be fair.
They've got a lot of very promising youngsters, Aston Villa. I'm hoping we are just a little bit delayed. And no, I think that's probably in response to that shot just there. The Dom with sunglasses. Unless Dom goes on an amazing little run now. Yeah, what it is, Max, but it's all, you have to use VPN, that's what it's called, VPN. You can stream it backwards and it makes, I'll have to explain it to you, but it's a bit fiddly, but you can get it sorted out, and it's all legit anyway. It's all legit because it's all done through the club, but it's a case of because it's only normally in. Oh, hold on a second!
Oh,
Don Solanke! Oh
no way! He would get a better chance than that.
Oh, that's great defending by Villa.
This is why he hasn't scored goals this season, because he's not finishing chances like this enough. What a ball. He stayed on
See,
side.
I think Callum Wilson would have finished that.
See, they should have hit it before then. He's been pushed
too wide.
Where he should have hit it was
He's been
now.
pushed wide by Mings. And
instead Mings manages to make a block on it. Still signs that we're not out of the game, that's the main thing. I don't quite get what Smithy was doing there with that header.
Yeah, I don't.
He tried to head the ball back to Kelly. The Villa players put Kelly straight under pressure,
yeah, exactly.
And he's made kind of a bit of a hash out of the pass he was trying to make. And now they're on a break. We're trying to get back. Lerma, Billing.
Oh, no.
Oh, see, Villa should have done better there. You had Smith, Kelly, Lerma, Billing. You know, our centre-backs were still coming back from the attack. Villa should have made better of that, really.
Get him off. I think that's about Adam Smith. Wolves have scored. I think it's 3-2.
3-2. Come on, the
3-2.
Wolves.
Hopefully that ends in a draw. But we need to get a result here. That's the thing. We've got to look after ourselves.
There's still time.
You know, we've got to look after ourselves. Fuck's sake, this is BS. They're all over Leeds. I want us to shut the haters of our club. Yeah, same here, mate. Same here. Villa have got the corner.
And they are all over Leeds, according to Sean.
Sean Patrick, all over. Wolves all over Leeds. The problem is with Wolves, I think they do. I do think they do control a lot of the games, but the problem is they have got an issue with scoring this season. They really do, but I think Wolves have got one of the lowest goal scoring. Well, they got one of the lowest goal scorers in the league, haven't they? Wolves. I think they've only scored about 21. Well, 23 after today, which is low. That's a lot less than we've even got. So, yeah. Spurs, of course, 2-1 against Southampton. Brentford need to do something against Leicester. But, you know, hopefully if Wolves can get a goal back, you know, against Leeds, will that keep them below us? Well, no, they'll go just above us, so we'll be in the same place.
It just keeps everyone tight together, doesn't it?
Yeah, to be honest, everybody's still tight together regardless, because Wolves pulled back right into it. The best scenario for us, and what we need to think about, is getting something of this from this game. If we can get a goal back, you know, come away with a point. If we can get 3 points, well, at that point...
Never! Look at this. Are they going to play this back again? Look at this. Johnny Cash.
Matty Cash.
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash is actor, isn't he?
No.
What's
Country western.
Oh yes, of course he is. Johnny Cash, yeah.
Brooksy's coming on.
There he is. David Brooks.
Come on, Brooksy. What a moment this will be when he comes on. Neil Moss is just briefing him on what he wants him to do when he gets out there.
If he does, if he grabs the goal...
Oh, what a moment. What a moment.
What an absolute moment. Well, I'd love it to happen. Would he have scored that free kick? Now we've got a free kick taker.
To be fair, Billing, but I don't think anyone could hit that any better. I mean, that keeper made a fantastic save. Martinez, credit to the keeper. Credit where credit's due.
I don't think I'll need a 4-3 graphic for today.
Not unless it goes mental any time now, but...
Stranger things have happened.
Spiffy's out. Come on, Spiffy. Good. Right, concentrate.
Right,
You've got a bit of time now. You've got a bit of time now. Dango's running. Lovely ball. Go on, Dango. Bring it down.
That's a good ball.
Defended well there.
Defended
well there.
He's had a good game, actually, that Villa defender. I've got to give the opposition credit, but Spurs are 3-1 up.
Happy days.
How many minutes added on time you think? Well, I don't think there's going to be much, to be honest. But hold on a second. Here we are. Oh, no, that's a penalty!
Oh, come on. We never get the rub of the green on this. How does he go down? Let's see. Soft.
It's soft. Yeah, it would be soft.
When you first see it.
But then again, those have been given against us. Those have been given against us.
Yeah, but that would have been such a soft penalty, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That's good. That's very good, Semenyo. Go on, Semenyo.
Called a ball. Right, come on, lads.
Semenyo, actually, once he's come on, is playing very, very well.
He's a good player. I mean, I watched quite a few games of him when he was playing for Bristol City in the Championship, and he looks a decent player. I don't think he's really an out-and-out goal scorer, but in terms of creating, he's a decent player.
Creativity is sometimes the best thing. But maybe we do need that out-and-out goal scorer on the pitch.
I think we do need
the creativity
ground. I think we do.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be one.
What a moment. Smithy's come off.
Brooks is coming on. And I'll tell you what an absolute moment.
He was getting a new shirt, didn't he? Not Brooksy, that bloke in the crowd. Did you see the state of it?
Yeah, I know. The sponsor had come off the lot, hadn't it?
Yeah, if mine looked like that, I'd cry my eyes out. But what a moment.
Oh, your shirts are perfect.
I know, because I look after him. My phone's going mad.
Hopefully it's all positive stuff, but I'm a little bit worried because, of course, we've conceded a free kick. Oh, shit.
That's it, game over.
Well... What's quite funny, I haven't set up a graphic for 2-0.
So you see, the thing is, we take off a defender and we concede. Look, we take off the right back. You can see, looks like, is he put Lerma there?
Stevens.
See,
to be honest,
it's upsetting
Stevens,
that. See, in a game like this, you know, I mean, I know we're saying about Smithy and that, and do we take Smithy off? But I think the timing of maybe taking Smithy off here may have cost us a little bit. Because Brooksy runs on with a bit of paper, handed the paper to, I think it's one of the centre-backs, I think. So obviously to reorganise, and we go and concede. It's a very funny thing when you go to change your back line during a game.
Yeah, completely agree, mate. It's gutting.
But, I mean, again, it's again a game where you can look at and you can say, you know, we have had the chances and we haven't taken them.
Who's put this? 3-2 Saints?
That'd be Sean, I think. I think Sean's keeping an eye on it.
Southampton 2, Tottenham 3. Well,
this could all go from bad to worse.
We could be bottom at the end of today.
I don't
think we will be bottom.
If we're bottom, not everybody's running away with it. So that's Sean 3-2 Saints. So not everybody's running away from it, are they? You know, no one's broken away.
Spurs are still beating them.
Spurs are still beating them, but Saints are having a good go by the looks of it. Yeah.
We need to have a good go at Villa now. Because we have got 9 minutes left. Just go for them. Villa are playing very, very well now. Max isn't happy. Fuck the officials.
Language.
Villa can fuck off. Not bogey team anymore.
I'll have to phone his nan.
No way we can come back to get 2-0. No chance in hell. Be lucky 2-1. I don't think we'll come back at all. It's disappointing after beating Liverpool.
Hello, Dad. Can I speak to Pauline? Max is swearing on YouTube. Yeah, okay. Alright. Bye. Bye.
Well,
that was close, wasn't it? They're appealing for handball there as well.
It's not going to make much of a difference, I don't think, to be honest. We would have to do an Eddie Howe-esque. Although we've done this before. You know, look at how we come back.
Hold on a minute. But yeah, the ball's out of play. Mings's heel was actually pushed the ball back across the line. The whole ball was way over the line there.
Yeah.
So that goal won't stand. That won't.
Doesn't really matter though, does it?
Sounds like we've been poor today.
I don't know if we've really been that poor, have we?
We've had the chances. Again, it's just like I've said to you, Craig, most of the season, there's times when we're just not clinical enough.
Yeah, we need to.
And, you know, Solanke's had probably 2 chances there where maybe you stick a Callum Wilson or you stick a, you know...
Callum would have scored those.
You know, you stick a Josh King or you stick a... You know... Stick an Ollie Watkins there, you it's a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, Solanke's work ethic. I mean, for the lack of goals he scored this season, I've said it all year. The lack of goals he scored, he makes up in work ethic. The amount of work the guy does. All well defended. Get it out. Another corner. It's the work he does with his feet, the way he controls, he can create. It's just his finishing has not been up to this standard. That's a handball.
Yeah.
But that's
referees giving us the rub of the green. To be honest, I think it has to be. At least. I wish we had this referee against West Ham because I think it has to be obvious intent. Fucking hell.
Mings would love to have scored there. And to be fair, he was lucky not to score there as well.
What are you stitching me up for? That's what Max has said.
Shouldn't be swearing on YouTube.
Oh dear. It's frustrating, isn't it? But
I have to go back through all those comments and show his nan how many times he's sworn today on YouTube.
Oh, fair enough. He's alright. He's just... Honestly.
It's it.
Me.
Great defender. Well done.
You know how much I
on the line. Here, look at the pace where we've got some pace where we can break. It's just doesn't...
We need that clinical edge. And maybe... Are we going to say that Carl Ketchley is right? Are we going to say Carl is right? That, maybe Solanke, we do need somebody better than Solanke? See, Villa are going after a third goal rather than, us after one back.
Yes, in answer to your question, yes. Yeah.
Is Solanke a championship striker?
I think to call him a championship striker is a bit harsh.
I think it is, yeah.
But to be fair, there's been chances where he should have scored this season quite a lot, and today there's been two chances where he should have scored and he hasn't.
I feel sorry for Brooksy because I think he's been thrown into it a little bit here. I don't think Brooksy's really done much.
I think the main key is for him, isn't it? Is his minutes and game time to get his match fitness back.
It's always going to be difficult in the Premier League. I think, hopefully he has a decent run.
Yeah, too easy. Too easy at the near post there. That is too easy at the near post. You shouldn't concede there. You should not concede there. Neto would be extremely disappointed with that. Did he have a man on that front post?
No, I don't think we did.
The smallest man on the pitch scores a header. No, we haven't got... Yeah, he'd be bitterly disappointed with that. Smallest man on the pitch goes and scores a header. And he's right on Neto himself. You know what I mean? He'd be bitterly disappointed that we conceded there. Who was marking him? No one's marking him.
We've gone from Liverpool, where last week we played exceptionally well. Came out buzzing.
Yeah.
Full of promise. To this week where we're kind of scratching our heads a little bit because don't get me wrong, Villa have been decent.
Villa are a better side than what we saw back in August. Massively.
Villa are a completely different side back in August.
But then again, they've gone from a manager that's still in some respect learning his trade to a manager that's got experience at European level, and you can see that's gone to VAR, the checking a possible offside.
It's not really going to make much difference, really, at this point.
It just make a bit of difference to the goal difference, won't it? But no offside, so the goal will stand. And that man is being substituted for Villa, the man that has just scored for Villa.
Bundia, he's a good player.
Still, you shouldn't let the smallest man on the pitch like that score a header. Look at the position he's in. That's poor defending. Poor defending by Bournemouth.
He's a clever player. If you take out the game...
He is a clever player, but a clever player don't score a header like that. That's gifted.
Yeah.
It's not like he's out-jumped a centre-back and put one straight into the goal. He's literally... It's easy goal. That's poor defending. And look, we're bringing on a left-back now in the 90th minute when you're 3-0 down. You know what I mean? Anything we do now ain't going to make a difference, is it? So... We're taking Billing off. You know, is he just giving some players some minutes just to see the game out? You know, Kiefer Moore's come on. What's the point?
See, Kiefer should have come on earlier.
I think the Villa guy in the preview this week that you did said that they didn't want to see him on the pitch.
Yeah, they didn't want to see Kiefer Moore on the pitch.
So obviously,
you know
that's quite fascinating to. Because obviously I know he scored one of the goals back in August, but you know it's you know could he have given Mings a bit more of a handful today? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, but what set out to be a positive day has turned out to be quite a negative one now, unfortunately.
It's gutting, isn't it, really?
All we can do now is you know, O'Neill gets the players to get their head down and they have a good couple of weeks training. You know, there's not else they can do.
No.
It's weird to think it's going to be April when we have our next league game, and we're only kind of halfway through March, aren't we? And
well, exactly. And we'll be in the relegation zone going into April. Unless Wolves have got a third... Well, no, even if Wolves have got a third goal, then, you know... But then again, just thinking about this... Let's just think about this.
Penalty to Saints.
Oh no.
Penalty to Saints. Let us know if they score it, Sean.
Let's just look at this. See, if Wolves... See, we are still 3 points off 12th spot at this moment in time. So with 3 points off Wolves, it doesn't change much.
No, it doesn't change much. No, this is why I said to you, you know, 2 weeks ago, during that cherry picking, when we looked at the whole bottom part of the table, and I said,
is that a good result? Because
I said,
what if Wolves go down?
It would go down to Leeds, West Ham, and Southampton. When we play those three sides, it would go down to that. And we've got an update, and it's a goal by the looks of it. So it looks like it's 3-3. It's 3-3. Saints 3, Spurs 3.
Yes, it is.
So that will give them 23 points to our 24. Is that right? It still keeps them bottom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it still keeps them bottom. But then again, you look at these teams. So as it stands, Palace,
and that's it. 3-0.
It's disappointing. It's really, really disappointing. But let's look at this. So I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it in to here. So Leeds
4-2.
See, Wolves could still go down. See, Villa are using the same bloody song that Wolves do. You notice that? Mm-hmm. It's disappointing. I had to think who was in 15th there. See, Nottingham Forest have come back into it. A couple of weeks back, Nottingham Forest fans were jumping up and down that they were safe. Who have Everton got?
Bournemouth just got clinical today. It's as simple as that.
Who have Everton got?
There's no ifs, no buts.
In fact, Everton are the side that could pull away from this.
I said that all along, didn't I? I told you that. Where you go, no, Everton definitely going down. I said, not under Dyche, they're not. Not under Dyche, they're not.
Well, Everton are only 20. They're only a point ahead of us. But then again, they're playing tonight, aren't they?
Wolves 2, Leeds 4. Rodrigo scored in the 97th minute.
Well,
Leicester 1, Brentford 1.
Do let us know. So Everton are playing tonight.
Who are they playing?
I will.
Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah, Everton are away at Chelsea. Now, to be honest, well, Chelsea,
a funny side.
Funny side.
Season.
But right, so that is how it stands at this moment in time. So, of course, Palace, 27 points. Palace deep in it themselves. Although Palace have got some decent games coming up. This is what a lot of people were saying about Vieira.
Hodgson is actually heavily linked to going back there, isn't he?
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed he does. And do you know what? I'd rather Roy Hodgson than Andy Hodgson, my guest for the Burnley preview. So, yeah, don't get Andy Hodgson.
He's big
Alan TV.
Partridge bloke.
Yeah, Alan Partridge. Don't get Andy Hodgson because I'll tell you what, him and Dan will get them playing.
Do you know what he'd do on the training ground?
Dan!
No.
Dan, you won't be working here long.
Wouldn't he?
Yeah.
There you go.
Wolves.
Dan. No.
No, Dan would definitely be the assistant though. Wolves are on 27. Of course,
got to know Alan Partridge to understand that though. If you don't know what Alan
I have
Partridge...
watched a bit of that.
No, not you. I'm just saying, if anyone's watching that ain't got a clue what
yeah.
Alan Partridge is, he ain't going to have a clue what we're doing.
Alpha Papa.
Alpha Papa,
Leeds, of course, winners at Wolves today, 26. Forest, 26. 16th, Leicester, 25. Of course, played today. Everton, 25. West Ham, 24. Us, 24. And that locked down the M27 scum at 23. I didn't even want to type their name.
Well, when you look at it, by now, normally the bottom team, the rest have pulled away from. Sometimes the bottom two teams, the rest have pulled away from. No one has pulled away from anybody.
Saints are still in with a shout, even though they're bottom.
Well,
let's be honest, if Saints win and everybody above them gets beat, you know, they get out of the relegation zone next week.
The Palace chairman was interviewed yesterday outside the training ground, obviously, when they relieved Vieira of his duties. And he even said that they are in the mix with some very, very big clubs that are going to go down. And there's going to be, I think, some surprises this season. I think if I think there'll be some big names. There'll be a couple of big names go down, and it'll be interesting. And
do you know what? I might revise my comments. I think Southampton will go down. I still think Everton will go down. You don't think Everton will? I'm thinking Wolves will. I'm thinking Wolves will because they're getting beat by teams around them. You look at Leeds and Everton's run-ins are the worst of the lot. Those two have got the worst 2 run-ins of the lot. However, Wolves seem to be beaten by teams around them.
Saints, Forest, Leeds. Just a new cocktail I've made up and just chucking it out there. Saints, Forest and Leeds.
I tell you what, I do need a whiz. I'm going to go for a whiz, but go on, carry on. Explain the terminology of that to everyone.
Not much terminology to explain, really. But, yeah, I think... Why don't you just wrap it up?
I think I should do in a second. I'm going to go for a whiz because I'm going to just rethink my thoughts.
I'll go through these comments quickly then.
Go on then.
Right. Okay. Maxwell. Saints dominating Spurs. Yeah, we're just seeing that now on Sky Sports News. And it's just finished 3-3, hasn't it now? So... I'm watching it. Nice. Wolves. 2 red cards for Wolves. Okay. That's interesting to know. And Wolves just had 2 men sent off. I suppose that's what you mean by Wolves 2 red cards. Okay. Cool. Well, if there is anybody still watching. Chuck in the comments, who do you think will be your bottom 3? Who will be your bottom 3? The 3 teams to go down. And I shall write mine into the comments now.
There we are.
Well, that's mine. Saints, Leeds, Forest. So, who else thinks they can predict the bottom 3? Because that's my prediction.
Paul Town now 1-1 to 20th bottom of the league to Whitney.
Mr. Kinnick going to be very happy with that.
And there we are, Saints, Leeds, Forest. I've been thinking in space it takes to fight the Python, put nicely. And Everton. Everton were terrible when they come down here.
Yeah, they were terrible.
They were shocking.
They've gone from yet again another manager that's still young.
Yeah,
learning his trade really in some respects. I know he's managed at Chelsea, but he should never have really took that stepping stone so early.
Yeah,
should probably have stayed at Derby, where he was doing well, where he's probably learning a lot. He's gone to Everton, and it hasn't worked out for him, and it's a different. Sean Dyche is this type of bloke that will go there. He will assess the club straight away, and he would knock out anything that ain't going right. That if any attitudes ain't right. He's got the experience. He kept Burnley in the Premier League for a long time. But every year people saying, it's Burnley's year, and it wasn't.
But I think that Burnley team were better than the Everton team at the moment. Saints, I think Saints are gone. Personally, if Ward Prowse gets injured, for example, I think they're goners. I think they're gone. I think Wolves can't beat teams around them, and that's a big problem. They seem to beat the better teams, but they got beat by us. They got beat by Leeds today. Who else did they got beat by? Didn't they get beat by Leicester?
I think they did, yeah. From what I can remember.
They've been beaten by teams around them. Now, seeing as that is what they're running is, they're in trouble. If that's how they continue. Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest had a very indifferent running, didn't they?
Yes, they did, yeah. But, it's going to be a long way to go, isn't it? And, there's still a lot of games to play. There's a lot of points out
Would
there.
I be crazy to say this? Southampton bottom, Everton 18th. No, hold on. Southampton bottom, Wolves 18th, between Everton and Forest for that 19th spot. Considering it's in the middle of that relegation zone. And I still think we can stay up. If we can play like we did against Liverpool, we can stay up. Yeah, Wolves 0, Leicester 4. See, this is Wolves. This is what they're all about. If they play somebody towards the top of the league, they seem to get a result against them. We've taken 4 points off Wolves this season. I wonder how many points Leicester have taken off them. Wonder how many points Leeds have taken off them.
Well, I think at the minute everything's just got to keep going as it's going, isn't it? And hopefully we get a good run after the.
We're to stay up by 1 point. That means it's going to go to that last game against Everton. Now, I'm hoping we go into that game the other way round, where we're safe, and then we drop back to 1 point. Not actually needing a win to get out of that.
Yeah.
That's what worries me.
Like I say, we need it all sewn up before the United game, in my personal opinion. And then you got the last couple of games of the season where you can kind of just go out and play football and have no pressure over you on what's going to happen. So that's what I think. I mean, it needs to be wrapped up before United at home.
Yeah.
And then we can enjoy that home game, enjoy the Everton away game, and that would be that. Yep,
completely agree. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up now. That's all right, Max. That's all right. Sorry for swearing earlier on. It's just passion, isn't it? But
I'm winding you up, Max. Bless him.
We beat United, Carl. We'll go quiet about something. I bloody hope so. But to be honest, I want it sorted by that game.
Yeah.
I want it sorted by then. The Crystal Palace game is the game I want it sorted by.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be going into those last 2 games of the season needing something. Because Man United, then Everton, that's not good. That's not good. Especially Everton could be fighting for it themselves. Man United could be fighting for something at the top end of the league. Crystal Palace might not be fighting for anything at that point. So I'm hoping. We always beat Everton away, but we don't want to carry. We always beat Villa away.
We've had a good run against Villa, and look at what's happened today. It's come to a big stop. So we can't rely on the fact that we have a good result.
We don't want,
and we've had some bad results there as well. We've been beaten there. We've been beaten there in close games. So no, we can't rely on the fact that we've.
And what you've got to think is when we did beat Everton 3-1 in that COVID season,
we also went down.
Firstly, there was no fans in that ground.
Mm-hmm.
We went down, but secondly, Everton were in a safe spot themselves. That place can be bloody toxic when they're in trouble. And do you know what? That's probably the worst game. That's the worst place to go
worst
in
game
the season.
we had. Anyway, let's wrap it now.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us on this Watch Along show. Everybody hit the subscribe button, the bell button, every button you find on YouTube. But until next show. Oh, and one thing we do need to mention as well. Take it away, Matt.
This week we lost former Bournemouth manager. Managed Bournemouth for 7 months in 1983. Was most famous for playing for Sheffield Wednesday. And was the father to Gary Megson, who many people would know, who managed clubs like West Brom. We lost Don Megson this week.
Yeah, so thoughts with everybody connected to Dom. But until next show, up the cherries, and we'll see you then.